All right, I got the Mad Titan, Yorgan De Castro, back on the show, who will be fighting for CES on August the 6th next. Yorgan, how are you?
Very good, my man. Thank you for having me.
Hey, it's always a pleasure. I'm excited to see you back inside the cage, and I know things haven't gone necessarily the way that you really wanted to recently. Obviously, no longer in the UFC. You had that loss most recently to Jarrell Stanho, and that was the first time we've ever seen you finish like that. I mean, you've lost before, and it's been decisions, but this one is a little bit different. How difficult was that for you, man? Just to kind of get through that, move forward, get back into camp, and get back on the grind.
Yo, I went right back to the gym, man. One of my biggest fear when I started mixed martial arts and combat sport at all was get knocked out. I never been knocked out in my life. I fought 23 times between kickbox, amateur, and pro. Nobody ever, not even the gym, I never put out. So that was I mean, I don't know. I would say that was a blessing in the sky. I got knocked out. Now I know how it feels. I don't even remember, and I move on. Next one gonna be I'm gonna be the same approach. I'm gonna go forward and try to finish. But this is a heavyweight division. Everybody can put everybody out. But I'm to be honest, I always have regrets in my loss. May I should do this, may I should that. I have zero regret in this one. It is what it is.
Was there anything stylistically in the fight or any stance changes or anything that you could have done maybe differently to prevent that? Or is that just the case where you just ran into it, you got caught, and it is what it is?
I felt great, man. What my coach knows that one of the best camp I ever had was that one. I pushed so much forward. A fight week, I was ready to go 15 minutes. I felt him. He took me down again right up. I knew he wasn't stronger than me. To be honest, I thought he had nothing for me. So I was just about, it was about me on him. I was about to finish him. So he caught me with a good punch right in the temple. So I have nothing. This is the loss that I have zero regret. If I had to fight him again, I would do the same approach. The decision bothered me most. The one against Gregario that I broke my foot, I had in my head, wow, I should push. I should try to grapple a little bit. I should do this. The Carlos Felipe one, I had back problem. Two, I think I should pull out that fight. This one, zero regret. I did everything right. I trained 3 times a day. I get my way to 2-6 like my coach won. I was ready. I grappling a lot, I wrestling a lot, and everything was on point. Unfortunately, this is the sport. Doesn't matter how hard you train, you had a 50-50 shot. It's a 50-50.
It's funny, man. No matter who I talk to nowadays, everyone, the goal is, oh, I got to make it to the UFC. I got to get to the UFC. That's the goal. And I get it, from a professional fighter's standpoint, the UFC is the top dog. That's the leader. That's the big promotion, right? But with the sport growing like it clearly is, there's so many other great promotions out there, even regionally, like CES is a monster promotion, so how happy are you going to be if you have to be, on the grind, fighting regionally, or maybe fighting at the Mohegan Sun for Bellator? Is that going to be satisfying for you if that's your future and you don't make it back to the UFC? Or is your mindset, I got to do whatever I need to do to get back to the UFC and make a run at a title?
Absolutely not, man. We are fighter. We as a fighter, we have a short time to make the most of this sport. And when I say the most, the money and everything else. And I got it, man. UFC gonna give you the name. UFC is UFC, the biggest promotion. But as long as I get paid right, I don't really care where I fight, man. And this sport, like I say, is crazy. You take a lot of time for family, from it's a lot of sacrifice. If I can make it most different promotion, make the same money or more, I don't really care, man. And I'm happy to get back to CS. And as I forget who, I think I was talking with my coach. As a local, I didn't get a chance to do this much. I didn't get a chance to be a main event and bring the crowd and have fun, because after 3 fights I was already in UFC. So now things going backwards. Now I had a chance to come here and build my fan base and headline cars, and I'm happy, man. I'm excited.
I was talking to my buddy Nick Gully recently, and he was saying that he thinks that you could be a real problem in Bellator for that heavyweight division. And when you look at them, their new home base is the Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. That's not too far from where you live. I mean, it's right here in New England, man. Like, Does that excite you? Do you feel like that could make sense for you here moving forward to find a home, really in the second biggest promotion in the world?
I mean, I don't mind, man. I mean, they like I do like their heavyweight division. I don't think they have many guys over there. I do think I can do really good there too. But I mean, I'm gonna take one step at a time. I have a tough one coming up right now. Uh, yeah, but I do like the idea. Like you say, Mohegan Sun is right here. I can probably bring like a couple hundred people over there to watch me fight. So yeah, there's a good option, of course.
So tell me what life has been like since we saw you fight last, man. Like between camp and working, like how has that juggling of your schedules been?
I went right back, man. I that's what normal I do. Even when before my Australia fight, I I knock the guy out and make the 50K. I go right to work. So nothing changed after my last fight. I lost the fight, come home, take 1 day or two. I went right back to work, and it's work, train in the morning, strengthening conditions 6 a.m. Go to work, come back, eat really quick, go back to the gym again. So 2 sessions a day. I believe that you gotta stay busy. Stay busy, you work, and things will work out for you. And to me, it's been great like this. So I'm gonna keep doing the same thing.
Who have been some of the main guys for this camp? Has it been the usual suspects that you're working with? I mean, I saw a picture recently with Pat Walsh. Who have been some of your main training partners?
Pat Walsh was there for a little bit, but he unfortunately he got injured. I have a big, enormous guy, Domingos. He used to fight in Bellator. Uh, he's been the main guy. He's a true heavyweight. I was a 205. This guy I'm talking about, 300 pounds, 6'5", uh, big heavyweight, purple belt. He's been my main training partner.
It's unfortunate that Pat Walsh got hurt. He was scheduled to fight Raz Hilton, a guy that you know pretty well. And you guys are friends, right? Even after you fight, you guys are friends. Is that weird sometimes when you're training with someone that's getting ready to go in there to fight and kill, who their opponent is? Is that bizarre to think about sometimes?
That was kind of good for me because I told Pat, I can't really mimic Ras because he's 6'7", so different karate style. So to me, it was cool. And I told him, I love Ras. He's a good guy. You guys gonna put in a good show, and I hope the best man win. Yeah, but it is weird. I always say this is the thing about sports. Sometimes you met some good guys, some good people, and you have to fight them because you guys have the same dream. This is the hard part in the sport.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now, you clearly are a massive heavyweight, and you've done very well for yourself up to this part of your career. Have you ever considered maybe tweaking anything body wise and cutting down? Like, could you ever make 205? Is that even an option anymore, or is it better for you to stay closer to the heavyweight limit, 265?
Yeah, I'm right now. I'm really heavy, man. I walk around 270, but I still train hard. I still run 4 or 5 miles a day. I do strength and conditioning in the morning, and I like wrestling, jiu-jitsu. So I feel good at the way it is. My coach disagree. They think I should be at 250, 245, 250, but 205 I don't think is ever going to be an option again. I'm 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 built like a mini tank. Like I can't really go. It's fat but with a muscle. So I don't know. I can't do 205 anymore. I don't think so. But we think the sweet spot should be 250, and my goal is get to 250. Maybe not for this fight, but coming up, I think I should target 250.
Okay, very good. When you look at like the heavyweights that are at the top of the division right now, I mean, Francis Ngannou is the UFC heavyweight champion. What do you feel like is the best height, size, frame wise for heavyweights? Do you feel like does it matter? Because people are built differently. Like you're a little bit shorter in stature compared to like a Stipe or an Ngannou. Like what do you feel like is the best frame for heavyweight?
Yeah, I don't really like. I have this big argument every time with friends and my coaches, and I think as a heavyweight man, it doesn't really matter. There's Tippy was a champion. He was 234, 240, and Francis coming up at 266. But I don't know. It doesn't matter. You see, Cyril again I think it's what 240. He's probably the future champ. I don't think weight really matter. This guy's Mark Hunt could never be lower than 265. So I think different body, as long you feel good, as long you know you can do 15 minutes, you can push the pace. I think it doesn't really matter.
And you got that power, right? You got to have that power.
You got the power. That's more important.
Do you feel like anyone's going to dethrone Ngannou soon, or do you feel like we're going to see him have a big reign as the UFC champion for a while?
That guy is scary, and he evolved a lot since he last lost to, I think it was Stipe. So he's been wrestling. His box is getting better. He's calm, and I don't see, man. I think he's gonna knock a lot of people off. The guy who think that I think have a chance is Cyril Gane, because he can move for 25 minutes. He can pick him apart. He can win by decision. But every minute you spend in the cage with Ngannou, you know you're in danger. So that's I think Ngannou gonna be there forever.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I can't argue too much on that. I got to get a fight pick for you, bro. UFC 264 is this Saturday. Some guy named Conor McGregor is fighting Dustin Poirier. It's a pretty big deal. So who's going to win and why?
I don't know, man. It's hard. I like both of them. I think Conor is good for the sport when he's winning. Everybody win when Conor's winning. But Dustin's been active, man. He's been fighting all the time. He's got momentum, and he's a different fighter than he was like before. So this is a tricky one, but and people forget about too. Say Conor's reach, he have no motivation. He was a double champ. He was a featherweight and light heavyweight champ. So tough one, and I think I'm gonna go with Conor.
Okay. How does he get it done? Is it early, or do you think he
First
has?
round, he better get it done in the first round, because if we go second round, I don't see it. I think he got to get it done in the first round. Knockout.
Okay, very good. I can't wait to watch it, man. Let's talk about CES, man. CES 63, August the 6th. I'm sure you had a lot of promotions that were clamoring to get you on their card. So, how did you guys decide on this particular matchup in the CES promotion?
Yeah, we had a different option. Couple one out of US. I have PFL twice, but it was short notice too. I couldn't take it. I was in talk with NEF. I guess the money wasn't right too, and CES. This is a great spot, man. They're one of the best. I think they're the best promotion around. You fight in the UFC Fight Pass main event. Uh, there's no really easy matchups in CES. There's tough matchups, but it put you in the spotlight. So I'm excited to see where I stand in MMA when I face Rakim Cleveland.
Are you going to have a lot of people there come fight night there supporting you? CES is going to have the house packed, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, we're gonna pack the house. We're gonna bring a lot of the crowd. Gonna go nuts. I like this. As I say, I didn't have the chance to do this when I was local, because it was so fast. I was already in UFC, so now I get a chance to do these things, and I'm excited.
All right, let's talk about Rakim Cleveland. He's got 2 straight round 2 wins. I mean, he's a veteran if there ever was a veteran. His record's 21, 13, and 1. And if you look at some of his losses, this guy's fought some legit fighters. He's lost to Derek Lewis twice, Tanner Bozer, Victor Nemkov, Maxime Grisham, and Vinny Maldeles twice. So this guy's fought a who's who of legit fighters. When you look at his skill set and what he does best, where do you feel like you're going to be able to exploit him and have the biggest advantage in this fight?
I think he's a well-rounded man. I think the guy is really good. Like you say, he's the old school. This is what even though he's younger than me, he's been fighting more than me. So he have 30. That's the way I put it. 35 professional fight, and he's been fighting, like you say, who is who. So he's well-rounded. I think he's a black belt in jiu-jitsu, heavy hands, good wrestler. So, but this is a heavyweight division, man. I think this is going to be a striking battle, and whoever land fast and whoever be the first one to land and push the pace is the one who's going to win the fight. So I'm there to fight. Like I say, I'm excited to see where I stand. I mean, this is going to answer a lot of questions. I'm fighting a guy that's a veteran, that's well-rounded, and the main event. So I'm excited.
Do you believe you get him out of there?
Yeah, I do. Like I say, this is I truly believe it's going to be a striking battle. So forever, and I'm confident that I can be the one to land first. So
Okay, very good, man. If you go in there, you get this win, you snap that skid and get back on the winning train, which obviously is the goal here. How active do you want to stay? Do you want to fight again really soon, or do you want to get a full camp in for your next one, regardless of what promotion it's for?
No, I'm gonna go right back into. I want to do another 2 more fights this year. So I hope by next year I'll be I'll be back to big league and do different things. I appreciate CES having me and give me the platform to do this again and keep chasing my dream. But I want to do 2 more fights this year.
Awesome, brother. Hey, Yorgan, always a pleasure to talk to you, my man. Again, August the 6th, CES 63 main event, Yorgan De Castro, Rakim Cleveland. Before I let you go, man, I want to give you the floor. Tell people where to follow you on social media. And if you got anyone to thank, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I mean, thank you for having me. You always give me time and the platform to talk and my future fights. So I appreciate you. And of course, my family, my coaches, and everybody. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.